which you have gone through.
Yeah.
Sri has asked a question: what is the correlation between the crude oil and natural gas? Both are commodities, and it's an excellent question. And on top of that, Sri has asked another question: when to do with correlation when we are concerning about studying about correlation? What is the time frame? For example, do you start with monthly or weekly or daily or 1 minute? So the answer, general answer to that question is yes. We start with the monthly. So first of all, we need to make the time frame as monthly from here. So I can hear some mobile. So if anyone is not speaking, if he can mute his microphone, then we are not catching the mobile and undue distractions. All right. Yes, so to answer that question, monthly is the time frame, and then monthly chart is in front of us. So we can see from 1996, crude oil low was 1,000 to 270. That means $12.70 per barrel. It went up to $140.10 per barrel in June 2008, and now crude oil is trading at $55.20 per barrel. Alright, so that is the price. And now what we will do, we right click on the chart, and then we'll go to compare to security, this option, the sixth one from the top, compare to security, and then we will select all markets and search what? Search natural gas. Natural gas, NG. The code for
Yeah.
natural gas is NG. When you typed in NG, plenty of options will come, but we'll select Australian dollar one because crude oil is Australian dollar one. So we'll be selecting natural gas Australian dollar one. Don't select natural gas dollar 10 because we have crude oil on the top of the left hand corner as dollar one. So we'll go natural gas dollar one. And what is the color? We'll make this as line. And what is the
Yeah, blue is
color
fine.
for natural gas? Hmm?
Blue is fine.
Is blue is fine? It's actually odorless colors. I don't know what is the color. Sri is selling blue is fine. Alright. Okay, well, you can see in front of you, they are quite highly correlated, and the degree of correlation can be a little bit here and there. But when crude oil is going up, for example, uh, both of are actually so when crude oil byproducts, yeah, crude oil is a product, is the raw, and then we have natural gas as the byproduct. Correct, Sri?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So when this is going up, so I'll make this color as green. So when this is going, when the crude oil is going up, natural gas also going up, and crude oil, the brown one coming down, and the blue one also comes down, natural gas. So that is the correlation. But sometimes the degree may be different. For example, like this fellow has gone, let's see, from here, which is April 2005 to September 2005, April, May, June, July, August, September, in 6 months time, if it has gone up 38% crude oil, and let's see what natural gas has gone up. Natural has by that time, natural has gone up, gas has gone up 118%, so which is three times the crude oil. So the multiplication factor can vary, but generally speaking, they are actually directly correlated. As you can see in front of us, when crude oil in brown comes down, natural gas also comes down. The beauty of this, um, sorry, we need to remember that as nothing is 100% in trading. Hence correlation is not also 100% that you have heard. I have told many times. Another thing which I am telling you, I think I told last time when who asked, Lisa or Sri, I forgot. They asked about, someone asked about correlation between euro and United States dollar. I think Sri did.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
So that time I said, I actually demonstrated you can trade euro blindly, almost to the tune of 57-59%, as much blind as possible. To trade by seeing dollar index, you can trade with a 59% 59% probabilistic success wise confidence level. You can trade oil, sorry, you can trade euro. Now I'm telling you the same things. For example, if you're a little bit confused about whether this is a double top or a lower high in crude oil between the month of August 13 and uh, May 2014. So if this is a lower high or a double top A class, which is not, you can go to the natural gas and see whether it is a same kind or any different kind. Although the scale will not one to one match,
Yeah,
the month in August will actually now here month in August for crude oil. August 2013 corresponds to the high of natural gas in January 2014. So there is a lag of August, September, October, November, December, 5 plus 1, 6 month in natural gas. And natural gas actually made a lower high from the high of January 2014 to April 2014, but crude oil took another 2 months to make a lower high of June 2014. So this kind of structural um, observation can actually help us to identify, as I said, for dollar index and euro. So the correlation between, that's a good question, Sri.
sir.
Correlation between, go ahead.
Can I just I mean observe what happened on 2019, please?
Yeah,
Bottom.
2019, what is happening now is, as you can see, the same different double top or a lower top is here. So in recent time between June 2018 and September 2018, crude oil made a double top for or a lower high to come down, but not at the same time as I pointed out, but natural gas also made a higher low here, and not at the same time, because crude oil made June 2018 and September 2018, but natural gas did April 2018 and July 2018. So there is a little bit of time lag. We need to capture this. But now, as we speak, this is August 2019. I cannot see anything on the monthly. So if we cannot see anything on the monthly, okay. First of all, did I answer your question on correlation, Sri?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Correlation. Yes. I got a couple of other questions with
Yeah.
respect to correlation, sir.
Okay. So I'll go. First I'll finish this completely,
Yeah,
and then because you have asked the last question as 2019. So
yeah.
2019, we are at the end of the almost 70% we have surpassed in 2019, and we are in August, and we cannot we actually see a little bit of very technical low, very technically poor, because it is not happening at the top right hand corner, but it did actually happen at the as a lower high, and lower high, and this fellow is actually sliding down, 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 down. So from here it is going down, 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 down. So that is the only thing which is happening in 2019. If we ignore this one, September 2018, as 2019 it was not. So from June 2019, let's see what happened on crude oil and natural gas after this lower high in weekly chart. So in a weekly chart we cannot actually we can see, because I can see my line. I know what is this line actually, and this line is in because Sri is asking in 2019, I am responding to his question in
Yeah.
15th of July 2019, 15th of July, which is a couple of weeks ago. I can see here, I think as far as I remember, if I make the crude oil as the bar chart, the line is for the bearish bar closing below the bullish bar chart, and then I change this to red, and then I change this to blue. Let's see what is that dotted vertical line stands for. So the dotted vertical line stands for in July to 15 to July 22nd, which is 1 week before. Today is 4th of August. Yeah, last week and last week and before that week, we had a bearish bar in crude oil, which actually finishes below, closes below this bullish bar
Yeah.
low. So that this from here we can actually wait for this low to be taken out.
Mm.
This low to be, which is not yet, 5485.4, $54.85 per barrel. Um and if I do this not in relative scale but in linear scale, yeah, so the price of crude oil as of now is 5520, but we need to wait for 5485 close below low taken out on a daily basis. So we go to the daily to see what is happening now, or 2 day. So for example, let's start with 2 day and then we'll go to daily. So in 2 day, it actually closed below, as you can see. The low 5485.4 was taken close below, because this close on 31st of July, which is only 4 days back. 31st of July close was 5434.7, which is lower than 5485.4, but the low of this is not taken. So if you are trading 2 days, so you should you can consider when this low taken out at 5363.1 to go short. Or if I change this to daily, I think daily is also same, 5485.4, close below that 5363.1 is the new low. And if we are going short from there, do you have the correct reward? Because without reward to risk we don't trade. So if we go at least minimum to this point, which is 292 pips, and our stop loss is here 520 pips, you would probably think, unless and until we are pretty sure that in a weekly chart it is quite a weak one, because the general commodity price actually falling because of what Trump is doing with China and so on and so forth. Alright, did I answer your question, Sri?
Yes, sir. The first one is
Okay, next.
very good. Next one is, so for all the commodities, for the analysis purpose, we should start from monthly.
Yes, I think
Okay.
that was the question you asked. So first analyze on monthly chart. Yes.
Okay. Right. And how about, sorry, if we are trading on the 2 day or daily, so still we have to analyze on the monthly.
Yeah, 100%.
How about on the forex? Is it the same we should do on the monthly as well, or it is weekly?
For correlation, you should start with monthly. Then you can go, as I said,
Yeah.
you can actually go to you start with why monthly, because it is easier for you to see
Yeah.
the price fluctuations. So for example, if I change this to older color as this, so this is again monthly now. So the first of all, for correlation we need more data.
Okay.
Can you see here, April, although it started in March to 1983,
Yeah.
the data plots from March 1983
Yeah.
for crude oil, but the data actually started plotting from April 1990 for natural gas. So
Yeah.
we need to have a data to be plotted. That's why we go for a monthly, which gives us more data. And after we have seen the double bottom, double top, and correlation straight or inverse, then we go to weekly to see what is happening there, and then we can come to daily to pinpoint and then trade. For example, if you want to short the market here around 6,000, you go short, and so on and so forth.
And can we do one more correlation between crude oil and gold, please?
So Sri is asking, he wants to have us correlation done on crude oil and gold. Yeah. So
Yes,
what we need to
XAU.
do, we need to delete the natural gas, and then we go to settings, price, sorry, compare to security, and then go to gold.
XAU. Yes.
So XAU, or you can write gold, Australian dollar one. Make sure it is Australian dollar one. And what is the color of gold? Hmm? Hmm?
Orange, red, please.
Reddish orange.
Yeah.
This is
Below.
okay. Close.
Okay.
All right. So this is now correlation chart in front of you between crude oil and gold. So we'll start with same thing.
Yeah.
We'll start with monthly, because the crude oil has started from March 1983, and gold has started in this broker platform uh, trading from June 1984. And then what do you think before I say? Can you speak out, or what do you think?
It is, positively related, correlated.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, true. So from this, yeah, the Sri is correct. So from this point to this point, uh, this point actually crude oil went up, and gold went up. Crude oil came down very heavily on this month. What happened in June to November, September, October, November? Sri,
GFC, GFC.
GFC. Okay. So he's saying because of GFC. What crude oil has to do with GFC?
Dollar price gone down. Gone, yeah, dollar price basically. International, sorry, whole global market closed down.
Sri is saying because the dollar price went down. Let's see, he's making the correct statement or not. So let's see. Delete this, and this is make us bar chart, and then we unlink. Remember the steps. So if you want to quickly check on Sri Utagi's statement that the dollar price went down on 2008, so you can do quickly, you can unlink this and then go to DX US dollar basket here, and from 2008 actually Sri, your statement is not matching.
Okay.
It went up, dollar went up.
Dollar went up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why I wanted to check, because I don't want to conclude anything which is not possibly correct.
Yeah.
So between April 2008 to September 2008, dollar actually went up and crude oil came down. What happened? Any idea?
Then
Huh? I can, before I can say my understanding. What is your understanding? Anyone? Pankaj, Selvan, Vinod, try. Yeah. What is your answer? You can type if you don't want to speak. No one?
from
Hmm? Selvan, Sri, Pankaj, Vinod. someone is typing. Yeah, hit the enter button, please. Yeah, I've not got any response. So what should I wait? Anyone?
So,
Huh?
so from 2008 to roughly 2012, of course, both the price gone up and made a double top.
No, I'm
Then
asking this one. Why oil tumbled between May 2008 to January 2009? From here to here, 70%.
James, yeah, James will be there.
Hmm? James?
Market crunch
Yeah, so
correction.
it's actually, I think you're close. I think it's the perception because the dollar, not the dollar index, but the Dow Jones actually market crash. So along with the Dow, for example in front of us, Dow Jones, if we see what happened there in 2008 and 9, we all know. So from here October 2007 to March 2009, actually the Dow Jones came down, the world market came down, and with this the transportation index for Dow Jones, I don't know whether they are still plotting it or not. So you can write Dow Jones transportation index. Is it there? Dow Jones Industrial Index first fund first trust. No, yeah. Previously it was actually there. And Dow Jones spelling is wrong, isn't it? Transportation index. Trans. I see a Dow Jones Industrial first. Dow Jones Global. No, Dow Jones real estate is there, but they are not plotting the Dow Jones Transportation, which is an extremely important index actually. So Dow Jones Transportation Index actually failed that time, and along with Dow Jones Industrial Average. Dow Jones Transportation Index actually is a precursor. Dow Jones Transportation Index is a precursor to Dow Jones Industrial Average. I will show you. So this is Dow Jones Transportation Index here in front of us. Uh, uh, where is my transportation index gone now? Alright, so the Dow Jones Transportation Index, how many it is lost? It is important to know the relationship between. I'll come back to Sri's question on. Yeah, this is the one. Dow Jones Transportation Average maximum. So it is maximum. It is not showing maximum. Yeah, so actually that came down with the transportation came down with the perception that the market is collapsing and possibly go down to zero, which will not. Then we had a collapse in the price of oil. So okay, so that is the, and then after that what happened is from 2009 as the market recovered, March 2009, market still recovering, and oil went up, and along with gold went up. So that is past, but what is happening now? uh,
It is
Now oil is coming down. Oil came down from here to here, which is September 2018 to December 2018. So from here to here, and after that oil went up, and now oil is coming down but gold is going up because of again market perception, that if there is a trade war which is already there, I think, uh, between China and United States, then possibly safe haven, that means the safest place to put money for the investor would be not on oil, not on industrial average, which is Dow Jones, not on transportation index, but on the yellow metal, which is gold. So this is the relationship between gold and oil in front of us. And then if we break it down to weekly, if we go to weekly, so oil is going up now, and then oil is coming down and gold is going up because of a um, safe haven concept. And so there is as I say, that nothing is 100%, so the correlation is also not 100%. Sri, did I answer your question?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah,
No,
no
any
problem.
question? What next question, please?
No, my questions, I will wait for others now. I mean, I will hold for others.
So Sri, any question?
No, I don't have any questions at
All
the
right,
moment.
anyone?
Sorry.
Pankaj, Vinod, Selvan. So Selvan says it is Iraq war. Sri says market correction. Iraq war, was it? I don't remember Iraq war.
I'm not sure if it was Iraq, but I
No,
think it may have been the Iraqi war.
Iraq and Iran, is it? Maybe
You know, Iraq and America had a,
Iraq and
they were looking for
America.
Saddam, weren't they?
No, I think it happened
1990.
in 2003. eh, 20 March 2003 to 18 December 2011. Invasion of Iraq by United States, that was in 2003. Long back, unbelievable. It seems Saddam Hussein was captured only last week.
They never captured him really.
Did they? Was it a fall?
No,
Fall?
they did. They got him.
They got him?
Yeah, they did catch him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On that tunnel, isn't it?
Underground somewhere.
Tunnel, my goodness. Poor fellow. Okay, so yeah, I think that was the market perception. Yeah, then so if you don't have any question, Pankaj, any observations, anything you want to share on your recent trades? Alright, those of you who are actually started trading index, if I bring our index trading, index trading, that can be interesting observation, I think. Let's start with India because it is in front of us, and then China, and then uh, London, Britain. So those of you who are trading index with us, let's do one by one. So what we do, we see 8 charts together, like we have SPTRD here, we have Hang Seng there, and we have Japan Nikkei here, and we have what else? We have our own ASX here, and we have of course Dow Jones here, and what else the last one is, of course we have our favorite DAX here. So let's start with DAX for example. So the weakness, the weakness here is coming from, for example, from here this point, from this point to this point it was blue, and market was going up from 7th of June this year to 5th of July. After 5th of July, from 8th of July till date, which is 2nd of August 2019. So the what we can see is the bearish sentiment is increasing. So if we can see, the bearish sentiment is overtaking on the bullish one, and if we quickly go to our own index, I think ASX. So if we quickly go to our own index, which is ASX, and then see the monthly chart, or actually do the yearly chart. Maximize price. Yeah, so we can actually see here, if we delete the pivot points. Yeah, so we can actually see the 6851.1, 51.5 was the highest point for index ASX, Australian Stock Exchange, which happened before the global financial crisis, and uh, during this month, this year. So actually it went up from 2693 to 4158, uh, and then it fell down to from here to here, which is 54% correction. Yeah, so now recently, why I'm telling you this high 6851.5 was actually touched, I think last week, or last week, yeah, 6851. So if we go to the monthly, this 100%, which was 6851, actually touched on July, and did it August? August actually 6000. No, August was not touched. So only touched in July 2019, and that was in last week, which is 20 weeks starting from 29th July. And if we go to daily, I'll tell you exact date. It actually touched on 29th of July, and on 29th of July, actually it went above 6851.5 and close above. So everyone thought that the problem with this type of thinking is breakout, whether it is a fake out or not. So if you follow our principle of it close below, the immediate concern for us is it can close below to do what?
Bearish.
Hmm? Bearish? What?
Double
What
top.
is it? Huh? Double top?
Double top.
What else? No, only one bar. We are talking about only one bar. Next bar. Yes, Pankaj is
Yeah.
saying crack and snap back. That's correct.
Okay.
Crack and snap back. And so I was waiting for this answer. Crack and snap back. Yeah. So crack and snap back. The answer is crack and snap back. So next, immediately it can do close below, and we never, if we are long from here, if we are long, because this is a daily chart and it is bouncing from somewhere, and we have a signal here, for example. Let's see the signal, reduce price. The signal actually started coming from here, which is 19th of July. So if you are long from here on 19th of July, for example, like this one here,
Yep.
if you're long from here, we should close the trade here. So if you are long from here, our stop loss is here 82. For example, maybe this one, which is 22 is the stop loss, as you can see here. 22 is the stop loss, 22.75, and from the low, and then we have 143 from this. Yeah, so almost a 2% trade here. So we must close the trade here. We must close the trade here on the assumption that maximize price, on the assumption that it is a, not assumption, I don't we don't assume. What we do, we think that it's a all buyers out, although argument can be in favor of all buyers out should be below the line. But nowadays what observation is, the observation is all sellers are bar actually closing above, not below. Not 100%, but many of the time it is actually closing above and then immediately cracking and snapping back. So let's see what happened next day, 29th July, and then next day is 30th July, which is a crack and snap back. We need to only see that the low 6821.2 is actually taken out. And let's see what and okay, before we see 6821.2 is taken out or not, what we can actually do, what is the candlestick reversal we see here on a resistance? Those of you who still remember candlestick, what is the last candlestick? This one is 30th July candlestick telling us. I'll wait for your answer.
What a shooting star.
So Selvan saying, is it a shooting star? Anyone else?
Or the opposite of a shooting star, whatever that is.
Shooting star should actually shoot out.
Yeah, the opposite, whatever the opposite is. I don't know what the words are.
Yeah, the shooting star, again another one is shooting star should be a dozy. So this is any bearish piercing. Yeah, Pankaj is I think relatively close. Yeah, the name is not important. He's saying bearish piercing pattern. It's a dark cloud cover. Name wise, it's a dark cloud cover, but we can say bearish piercing because the bullish opposite of dark cloud cover is bullish piercing, and the opposite of bullish piercing is dark cloud cover. So that is a dark cloud cover. Thanks Pankaj, and thanks Silver. And we need to wait for this low to be taken out to go short the market, and the low was taken out, so we should short the market. And is it a turning point?
Not yet.
It's a
Not yet.
TP.
Not yet. Yeah, did you say is it it is a TP, Selvan? Because close is not
Well,
below. Can you see that?
yeah, the close is not below, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the close is not below, hence
Yeah.
so this is not a turning point. 3 bar, it can be 4 bar, but the low is taken out because the low is 6821.2 and this one is 6814.6. Yeah, so if we are short from that point on the understanding of crack and snapback, number 1 resistance, number 2 context is perfect, and all time high, number 3, third, and number 4 bearish dark cloud cover, 4, and number 5 is crack and snapback, low is taken out. So 5 evidences in favor of us to go short here. So if we are shorting the market from this low taken out here with a stop loss of 21 pips, or stop loss of high plus the ESD, which is reduce the price. ESD here is 60. So which one is better? So from here to here stop loss is 71, and from here to here is 33 plus 60, 93. Alright, so we should go up to this 73. So 73 plus 1, 83, 71 plus 81, and the start of bearishness has started from here. And this is not yet a 4 bar TP, not yet a 4 bar TP. Now this one is a 5 bar TP. So from here to here, the close is below the low. Low is 6810. Was it a correct? Am I correct? No, no. From here to here. So the low here was, the low is 6821 and the close of this one is 6814. So actually happened on a 4 bar turning point. So 4 bar turning point here actually happened here. So this is a 4 bar turning point, and our bearish signal has not yet very big one, but a
Clear.
small start here. So if we short the market here, and then we can see we are actually running a little bit of profit here, 35 pips from profit here on that day. So what is happening is, for ASX and for other, for specifically for ASX, we are having a all-time high, which is an important high, and it is cracking and snap back, from the all-time high, and the turning point, and the low is taken out. Yeah, any question on this? So why I chose the indices to start with is because all the world indices, for example, if we do one by one, for example, DAX, for example, ASX, so for example DAX in front of us, and then the indices. So so monthly of DAX we can see here is possibly head and shoulder is in front of us. So if we can see here, maximize price, and then delete pivot points and delete everything, possibly we can see is it a head and shoulder? I think so. Let's see, moving average delete, PL delete, slide. Yeah, so possibly show this one is the, now this one is the head, and this one is the yeah, so that was previous head and this was the new head, and with a new head we can draw not a good one, we can draw this one as a neckline, which is negatively sloped, yeah, because the prior why I changed this from here to there, which is high is 208.3, and yeah, 208.3. Why I changed that? Because it closed above that line and high taken out. So now this line is not actually on head and shoulder line. So now this is the new line. Of course, we cannot comment on the last bar. We are, because this has only started 2 days above. But with this structure, unless and until we are having tremendous benefit from the trade war which is going on, so we can have a possible head and shoulder here, and we start with possibly down. So the advantage of seeing all these indices, so that we understand why I'm spending some time with you, because it is better to remember what happened in 2007 and 8, like in 2001. This is dot-com bubble, and this is dot-com bubble. Actually, this has nothing to do with the terrorist in 2001 or whatever it is. This is the dot-com bubble, and this is the global financial crisis, and then this is now, I don't know, uh, maybe the trade war, or maybe the something is looming in Europe, because their growth is not anything. If we see the growth of Europe, so it's almost negligible. So if the growth is not there, that's why the DAX is coming down compared to the Dow Jones. The DAX is coming down from January 2018, if you remember. January 2018 it is coming down. Like gold, like if we see gold for a moment, why I am telling you, and it will be clearer. I don't know whether it is making sense or not. For example, gold when it was coming down from September 2000, September 2000, September 2011, September 2011, September 2011, it was 1916, and from that date, with a tremendous dark cloud cover in September 2018, tremendous dark cloud cover, as you can see here, tremendous dark cloud cover. uh, I can find similarity on this bar when gold was coming from 258, 258, 54, 250 in 1999. It went up to 1900, almost $2000. So only with this bar, it September 2011, it slowly came down, and it actually went up to 1200. So actually it went up to 1200. And if you are intelligent enough, if you can draw the Fibonacci from here to here, you can see from here to here it is actually dot 50%, which I will show you in a minute, because this one I remember. 50% is visible, yeah, percentage, yeah. So that was of that 50%. And if we draw from all time low, which is this one here, if we draw all time low from this one here, which is 253, and this one is 253.3, so this one 253. If we draw from 253 to this, so we have two levels here. One is 1087.1. I think this is the 50% level. So 50% level is this one. Yeah, I was making, yeah. So I remember that because I gave a trade call on this 1087. So 1087 was the 50% of all time low and all time high. If I join from here to here, 50% was here. And then from that, oil gold was coming from 1900, and people did not realize that it is coming, and only when it came down 50%, and they started talking, oh, gold is coming down. It already failed. It already actually failed from this 1900 to this point, 41%, or Fibonacci wise from the low to 50%. So it should not happen. My point here is it should not happen that way. We should realize that the index actually fall 50% after we say, oh, it is falling down. So when we say it is falling down, not really. Gold fell down to this point 50%, and then from that 50% it start going up with this engulfing. With this engulfing, it went up to 1087. I think this is the one, 1087. And then it went up, it is going up, and now we are at 1444, I think, yeah, 1440. Yeah, so gold actually made a morning star here. This is a shooting star, silver. So morning star here, and then from morning star 2016 it is going up. So similarly, we should not miss this opportunity, if any. I think this can be an opportunity, only time will tell. So this is a resistance line, as you can see I have drawn on Dow Jones, which is 24,705, and high is 26,751. If I join this high to that high, so this is a resistance here, and then you are saying this is the start of the month. And if we see a evening star here, this is a shooting star, my dear friend Selvan. If this shooting star and this month is becoming an evening star, we can have a, I think, a correction. I may be wrong. Your observations. Selvan is saying, is an indices is going short. Is it safe to have a bias that the currency will also be short? So this is Selvan is asking, if an index is going short, is it safe to have a bias that the currency will go also short? Okay. So what he is asking, if I have to answer, try to answer that. That's a very good question. So if this is Dow Jones Index of America, so we'll make this. So what we'll do, we'll make this as black uh, for Dow Jones, and then we plot this on top of dollar index, which is DX. So we'll see correlation between dollar index and Dow Jones to answer what my friend has asked. Selman. Okay, so dollar index, let's make it blue. Very difficult, isn't it, scale wise? If we do linear scale, not the linear scale, yeah, that makes sense. So whenever you are not getting anything on relative scale because it is quite flat, my advice to you should be go to not logarithmic, and but go to linear. Go to linear, then it will be, I think it will be all right a little bit. All right. So that is not quite an I think if someone goes down, yeah, again with a lag, of course, because when the Dow Jones came down during the global financial crisis, dollar index actually went up, my dear friend. And when now recently, when Dow Jones is actually going up from this 2016, dollar index is quite flat here, isn't it? So there is not much to be discussed. I think correlation. Okay, let me try another one, which is DAX and
Try the Aussie. Try the
try
Aussie and
Aussie.
the
Okay,
yeah. Try the Aussie
so
ASX.
ASX. So let's see. Selvan is saying let's try Aussie. So compare security delete. So we'll change these to ASX. ASX monthly chart, and then we'll go to Aussie. So compare to security, which is AUD, which is, we have to write AUD USD mini, and then we select Aussie, make this gold color. Yeah. Yeah, yes. So here, yes and no. I got excited. Alright. So from here to here, actually, sorry, ASX came down, global financial crisis, and Aussie also came down because dollar went up. Aussie came down, and then the ASX went up, and actually Aussie went up. So fine, that's good, I think. And now ASX went up and Aussie coming down, if that makes sense to you. Thanks, Selvan. Yeah, so to answer, I think Selvan has answered his own question. I think it is country dependent, Selvan. So Selvan's question was, if an index coming down, is it safe to bias that the currency will also be short? So I think for ASX it's fine. And now let's see for another one. Let's try another one, which is, I think,
Pound. Try cable.
cable. So we'll try cable and footsie. So FTSE is going down, and then sorry, no, FTSE is in black in front of us, and then we'll do GBP USD. We have to write USD. GBP USD will make this blue, and then linear. Oh my god, linear made it. Unbelievable. Linear is making it flat. Very hard, very difficult. Nothing.
I think it's safe to say there's no correlation
No
really.
correlation, isn't it?
Yeah.
No correlation. And the last one I am interested, just for my understanding, is for Euro and DAX. So let's see, setting price date this one. So make this as Euro or DAX. Let's make it DAX. DAX, yeah, Germany. Okay, let's make it first Euro, so that if there is a linearity problem. So this is Euro, and then we'll compare this with DAX. DAX. No, very difficult. I think the scale is creating problem, because one is 11,000, one is 1. Computer is saying, what nonsense you are doing with me. No, I cannot. Sorry, Selvan.
Okay.
Yeah, there is nothing, I think. There is nothing. Because they are not correlated, because one is controlled by country. For example, the currency, the inflation. Currency is derived from interest rate, and interest rate is derived from inflation, and the job of a reserve bank governor is to control the inflation. So country's currency price is actually a control. They try their best. They fail miserably. On a controlled environment, they try by placing by controlling their interest rate plus minus, to control their inflation, because inflation is something which is dangerously actually can affect their entire citizen of a country, entire population of a country. Similarly, deflation, uh, normal people I'm talking about. Countries which is having very high inflation can have very wealthy people. Some, maybe 1%, 99% people will be very uh, poor. Like country which is having for last 50 years and deflation, mm, deflation like Japan. That's interesting. Let's see Japan. Mm, I don't know the condition of normal Japanese people. So let's see, Nikkei. Nikkei 225. Nikkei. And then we go to compare this with Japanese yen. I think there can be some. If not, then I'll give off USD, JPY. Something I can see possibly. Yeah, I think they are correlated. If the index is going up, this fellow is going up. Index coming down, this fellow coming down, and the index going up, this fellow going up. Yeah, I think that between Japan there is a little bit of relationship with their, otherwise not. Yeah, thank you for that, Selvan. Any other question? Any setup you want to discuss? Anything? Because that's the problem we can have if we do not set questions. If you do not send questions, actually, that can be a problem. Otherwise, I'll go one by one. I'll start with, so on this line, so let's go to our share trading model and see what the shares are doing. So this is Apple in front of us, so which has started giving the first weak signal here for bearish, and we can see for the first time this bearish bar has closed below this, so this is also a turning point, and the entry distance is 5.93 from here. So it's not quite made a double top, but yeah. So that is Apple. So if we draw this channel, yeah, if we draw this channel, there can be a relative divergence on the channel. This high was higher than the upper channel, but this high being higher is lower than the upper channel. So this is a relative divergence in respect to the channel in front of you for Apple. Did you agree? Are you seeing this relative divergence on channel? Any comment on channel? Sri is asking, could you please analyze high grade copper? Yeah, you will definitely after this shares uh, discussion. So we'll go to Apple and then we'll go to Amazon link. So in Apple we see a double top, not only a double top, a relative divergence on the channel, number 2, and number 3 is a gray shade here, which is another indication of this end of this long shadow. So we can, and then we have a bearish signal. So 4 things in our favor. So that is Apple, and then in front of us will be Amazon. So this is Amazon, and the signal has actually already come on 17th of July, which is a very good one. So do not misunderstand this as a 3 bar reversal, because it's at a resistance of 2000 whole number, which is a big number. This cannot be a 3 bar reversal to go long. Although people thought that this is a 3 bar reversal, this bar did not close below this bar. This bearish bar close is not below this bullish bar low. This bearish bar close is not below the bullish bar low, and the 3 bearish bar is not a 3 bar reversal. On opposite to that, you can think that these 2 bullish bar which did not close above the high of the bearish bar actually reversal bars, and our signal actually came on this, which is an excellent signal. And then we are after the entry point of 32, I think 37.9, we are running a profit of 90 pips for one share. If I take that 37 pips out for the entry, and then 90 means 9,000 for 100 shares. So that's a good one. Then we go to Cochlear. This signal came here, but the low was not taken out by the 1.3. So we got a better opportunity here with the gray portion coming here. That's a good one. And if we draw the channel from here to here, so that's a relative divergence on the channel. As you can see, from here to here, there's a relative divergence and a turning point. So relative divergence, turning point, double top, because it is happening at the top right hand corner, and then signal here on 31st July start and 2nd August end. So this low to be taken out by 2.73, so then it will be short. And then we did not draw the channel on the Amazon. This has taken one. If you see, this is the peak, then the top is, this is one, this is the top one, and this is top two. So top one, top two, both close below low taken out. So we would not draw this channel up, which will be a mistake. So this we are not supposed to draw, because it has broken one, this is the one, and it has broken two, this is the two. So what we'll do, we'll draw this channel from here to here. So this is Amazon, and then Cochlear we discussed, and Apple we discussed. We discussed then CSL. CSL, yeah, in front of us. CSL has not done anything yet, no signal here, so we skip this one. We go to Facebook. Facebook did a double top here. If we draw this here at the on this point, which is 25th July 2018, 208.99, that was all-time high for Facebook, which started from $73, $72, 218.99. This fellow could not go up to this point, but it actually made a kind of, I think it's a good one, not a bad one. A kind of double top here, A class. This high is higher than this one, and if we draw the channel from here to there, so again this is a relative divergence on the channel, and then our signal has come from here, and this is a turning point. So we can see here from here to here we have a turning point there. This low was closed, and so we have turning point, we have relative divergence, and we have a double top. So all these, and we have a bearish signal, and the low is taken out of the bearish signal by 5.71 pips. So let's see, if we draw from here, low 5.71, we are now 7.06, so the low is taken out. So that's why actually I was referring you to the Dow Jones. I spent some time for the indices. I showed you Dow Jones, we discussed ASX all-time high, we discussed Nikkei, we discussed India, Nifty 50, which is coming down, and the index as such is trying to come down, leader being DAX, Nikkei and Nifty 50, which is India, Nikkei is Japan 225. Then the shares can actually be a good shorting opportunity. Okay, so this is Facebook in front of us. Then we go to Google. Google made a recent all-time high. Just delete this, which is here, and that was a double top at this point. So that was a double top from 2018 to 2019. So that was a double top, and this is a lower high compared to this. This is a lower high. Difficult thing that this is a 3-bar reversal. If that can be, because we can go from here to here to test the double top. So for the time being we have a reversal signal, and we are not at a double top, and and if we draw the channel, it's a weak channel, I think. From here to here nothing has happened yet, so we skip Google. We go to Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs all-time high was here, 2018, and then from 2018 is coming down. Yeah, so that's what I told. It grew when gold came down from 1900, and we saw at 1200 that gold is coming down, or actually started to come down when it actually went up. So we should not do the same mistake here. So if we draw the channel from this point to this point, and see there is a relative divergence, and see how we have started from there, if we have observed that. So there is a relative divergence on this one as well as this one, and our signal has come just now. So we have a double top, right hand top corner. We have a relative divergence on the channel, and we have a gray telling us that the long run is over, gray shade, and we have double top. So we have double top, turning point, relative divergence, gray shade, and a signal. So that can be a good sorting opportunity here. Goldman Sachs, if the low is taken out by 0.895. What else? Last one is Tesla. Tesla was all-time high here in 2017. It's a new company. 2017, 2018, 2018, and recently this is Tesla in front of us. So what we'll do, we'll draw a channel like Google. Nothing has happened here, so we skip this one. So this is the shares in front of us along with the index which I told you. So we preferred Apple, we preferred Amazon, we preferred Cochlear, low to be taken out. We preferred Facebook, not Google, not Tesla, but Goldman Sachs. So out of 8, we have 5 of them. So not Google, not Tesla, not Cochlear. Otherwise, 5 of them are actually trying to go short. So if we get an opportunity, so if you go to our blog post here, if you do go to our blog post here on shares in asset class evaluations, and you go to shares, so I give the password, asset class evaluations. So this can actually help you, and then you go to indices. We have actually noted on 17th of June, almost 1.5 months before. Are you noticing that all the share markets in a correction mode now? And we have asked a question to take care of hard won superannuation money and so on and so forth. So we discussed here Dow Jones coming down, and then DAX coming down, and then this fellow was Nikkei coming down, and this fellow was FTSE coming down. So that was pointed out to you in the month of June, and now we are in the month of August, so which probably things can start to take shape. Your questions, observations here, if any. Before I go to Sri Uttagi's question, could you please analyze high grade copper? Anything on index or shares? Okay. So Pankaj is asking what would be the argument on ASX short that you classified. Am I target? Sorry. So what would be the target on ASX short that you discussed previously? So let's see ASX. Maximize price and then do ASX. So start with monthly. So it's making a double top, 6,851, 6,851, and then we'll go to weekly, and the weekly it has made this pivot points, delete price line, delete price line. Yeah. So now we are actually seeing a weakness there. So if the target from this point to this point, if we join the Fibonacci to start with, then for the first target can be 6,500, of course, because of the whole number. Then can be the next target, Pankaj, would be 6,107.5. That would be a good correction of this 2018 or 19 movement. In last 7 months actually, price of all index has gone up from January 2019, and this is the last week, remember, and till date this fellow went up 30%. So correction of 50% is not bad. So if we do this 50% correction, which is 6,107, and then if the sentiment is really bad, then possibly we can have a collapse of this to 6,000, then to 5,923, and so on and so forth. And in a daily chart, so if we measure the scope of from this block to that block, which is 258 pips, then we take this from 258 pips to here, 258 pips up to this point, which is 6,365. So first target is 6,600, then 6,500, then 6,300, and then 6,100. So we need to see what price is doing at 6,666 being the devil's number. 33 Selvan said half devil. 66, 666 actually, not 66, 666. Alright, so now price is below 666 or not yet? 666, no, not yet. So price 666, and then so those are the targets. Then we go to copper. What did I do? Oh man, I close it. Okay, did I answer your questions, Pankaj? Then I have last two questions probably. Sri Utagi, Pankaj is saying yes, thanks. Sri Utagi is asking, could you please analyze high grade copper? Could you please analyze high grade copper? So let's see high grade copper. We'll see HG. So high grade copper price is now 25,692. Let's see, copper was for the time being delete on this. So it has started from 4,405, went up to 42,000. That's almost 1,000 pips jump from that date. So actually it has exactly stopped at 50%. I think so. Yeah. So this is the 50% level in front of you, which is 24,450. Year has not actually ended. We are in the month of August. We have August, September, October, November, December, 5 months to go. But I am very tempted to, if the year is ending at this point, it will be like gold. If you remember, gold was 1900 and then it came down to 50% and made a morning star. So if that is the case for copper, we are 50% down from the all-time low to the all-time high. Now quickly go to, thanks Sri asking for this question. Then we are at the quarterly. Quarterly we are not seeing anything. Then we go to monthly. And the yearly target, if we remember, sorry, yearly point was 25,450. So what you do, we draw a line on 25,450 and make this 25,450 as an yearly line. So we'll make this a little bit firm, and then we'll draw another line and the 61.8, although it's a long way to go. So 25,450 will do 20,483, 20,000, 20,483.4, 483.4. So that is our two lines from the Fibonacci on the yearly. I go to monthly. Yeah. So that's a good line here, which is coming from monthly 25,450. So if gold is like, sorry, if copper is like gold, we can see a morning star or any reversal from 24,702, 25,000 being a whole number, very good number for a product like copper. So 24, it can have a little bit of crack and snap back, 24,702, and before we can start going. Sri, did I answer your question? And all these are looking like all sellers out, unless and until we are seeing uh, price actually cracking from here. Did I answer your question, Sri, on that? Sri says yes. Sri is having another question. Explain when to use channel and how to draw channels with variables. I think I did, but again I'll do channels. What did you do? Channels for big term is good. For example, monthly channels. For example, if we are at this point, we go to, for example, AUD, USD. Yeah, the channel I have drawn in front of you is from the highest point here, which is January 2018, and if we draw this standard deviation channel, I told you I use standard error channel for long and standard deviation channel for short, and the standard error channel settings you can use 1, 1.52 or Fibonacci number 1, 1.272, 1.618, 2.6182, 1.5.5, 0.618, 0.786, etc. You know that numbers. For standard error channel also I generally use 1 or 0.618 or 1.618, 1.618 being a golden ratio. So this fellow is drawn on a, if we take this one, standard error channel, sorry, standard deviation channel, and draw from here to here. So this channel in front of us is drawn as 1. Yeah, so if we change this to 0.618, it will be not exactly like that, so it will be 786, so it will match like that. So it depends on the best feet. So if we make this 1 and then we see that not a single up move is actually touching the channel, then that this channel is a not an useful. But if we see that the bottom is actually touching here, then we actually keep that 1 and then we draw another channel, which is this one in front of you, which is 0.786786. Actually it does not take the third decimal, it rounds it up to 0.79. Yeah, 786. So this is actually 79. Yeah, 78679. So what in 79 what we saw, we in 79 actually we saw it was very close. This was close, this is close, and this actually touched, and this actually touched. So we can have a parallel of channels. So we can have a 786, we can have a 618, we can have 1.618, and for down channels we use I actually prefer to use standard deviation channel, which is sigma, and for up we use a standard error channel. Yeah. uh, Sri, did I answer your question? Pankaj is saying I had a good trade on corn short and soybean short. Okay. Before that, did I answer your question, Sri? Sri says yes, thanks. All right. Then we go to Pankaj saying I had a good trade on corn short and soybean short. Okay, let's see what Pankaj has done for corn. For corn, we'll write down CORN, corn. And what did you do? Ooh, corn. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? What did you do, corn? What is your entry point? Where did you? So let's see, corn. Wow. Make this one day. Short from 16th June signal. So he has shorted from this one, which is 16th June signal here. So corn, Pankaj has shorted this one here. And are you still holding? Because this did not trigger 12th July, and this did not trigger on the ESD amount, which was 6 here, and the ESD amount here is 13 here, so did not trigger. And this fellow, are you still hanging on, my dear friend, from here to here, which is 43, and stop loss is 19, so which is almost 2% trade. Close to oversold on Bollinger. So Pankaj closed on here. I think so. Pankaj, was it here at 11th July or 1st August? Which one you did, Pankaj? 395. Wow! So Pankaj did enter here when the low taken out by 6 pips. So he entered at 440. So 440 here, and he closed 395. So he got 44.5%. So he captured a 10% drop in price. That is fantastic, Pankaj. Fairly and excellent. Good job done. Very good. All right. And then soybean, soybean meal or oil? What did you do? Which one? Soybean meal. This one, SM. Yes.
Just soybean, not meal,
Just
not oil. Just
oh,
soybean.
just soybean, not meal, not oil. Okay.
Signal is S.
Signal is yes. soybeans. So Pankaj, what did you do, Pankaj, on this?
Triple, quadruple top.
Triple and quadruple top. Yeah, many tops here. So we can see that from here to here, double top, triple top, quadruple top, queen top. Yeah. So after
Yeah.
seeing this queen top, what did you do?
I went short when the low was taken out around 15th of July.
15th July, he shorted the market on this signal here. 15th of July, and when the low was taken out by 8 pips, so 911 you entered here, 911, and then you are you close have you closed the trade?
This one I'm still holding.
He is still holding with a price drop of 4.47%, which is a good one because this is a quadruple queen top and price can actually come. And now what is happening here, possibly in my eyes, this is a gap which is actually trying to give a support here. If this gap is taken out, then we have another one which is this another gap. So the target can be here. Once this gap is broken, you can see that gap. If when this gap is broken, and then you have another gap which is here. Fantastic trade, Pankaj, brilliant, excellent. What else you did?
I'm long on copper.
Long on copper. High grade copper. Long. Is it high grade copper,
Yes.
Pankaj?
Yes.
And when did you enter?
There was a signal in mid-July. My chart is slightly different to yours, but there was a signal in mid-July
In
somewhere.
daily, is it?
Today.
Entered. Actually, that signal was actually got reversed here, Pankaj. Did you not reversed?
There was so much of support around 25,000.
Yeah. Pankaj is saying there's so much of support around 25,000. Yeah, that's what we saw in the copper answering C Utagi's question. 24,450 is the 50% Fibonacci level, and then 24,702 is the another support, but there is so much support at around 25,000. So what is your stop loss?
My stop loss is below it. I think 24,800 or something like that.
24,900. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is as of now this is not a favorable making. This is in red
0.5%
here. Yeah. So yeah, let's see what is happening on 25,000. And if all these are becoming all sellers out around 24,450, then you can have an up run on this product. Anyone having any other question or observation like Pankaj did? Brilliant, Pankaj. Congratulations. Excellent. Anything else, Pankaj?
I was just watching for cotton.
Cotton. So let's see. The cotton. Okay, this is a very good short round. So you are watching means what?
I'm looking to go long.
So this is 20 pips, 11 o'clock. So I used to, yeah. Looking to go long.
Watching it.
Yeah, so let's see if I delete this pivot points and then maximize this price and then go to yearly. And then delete this line. Yearly. If I draw this from here to here, we don't have anything. If I draw
Dot,
from here to here,
dot trend line from that low in 2000 or something.
huh? 18.6. Yeah, so it's having a support at 18.6.
No trend line from that 2000 low.
2000 low trend line from here.
Yep.
Yeah, so you have drawn this trend line.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a confirmed trend line because this high was taken out and the close is below the trend line. This is yearly, we cannot comment on this because this year is running. So as of now we see it can be a crack and snap candidate. First thing first, it can be a crack and snap back candidate and to go up. It can be a support candidate, 88.6 Fibonacci support to go up on a yearly basis, and then we go to quarterly. What have you seen, Pankaj? Apart from this trend line.
Support on trend lines on monthly and fib lines, but I haven't got the signal to go in yet.
So Pankaj says support on trend line and Fibonacci lines, which we did, and then not a signal yet. So we go to 2 day. Yeah, signal has not come because it is coming down, of course. So if you reduce the price, so actually the signal is from here to go short, which is going short, which is brilliant. And yeah, so yeah, that line is actually broken. No, not a crack and snap back, although it's happened here, but a false. Yeah, so for going long, possibly we need to have a bounce, solid bounce, and then yes, good, very good. Anything else?
No, that's all for me.
That's all from you. Anything else from anyone? Anyone else? Selben, Vinod, Sri. You have 1 minute to ask a question.
Live cattle.
Live cattle. What do we do? Live cattle analyze. Live cattle maximize price. Um, Commodity being seasonal, you have to be starting with all-time high, low, yearly high, low, so on and so forth. So this is a new product introduced in 2014. And if we go to quarterly, we have all sellers out, which is the low from here to here, and the all sellers out 78.6. Yeah, so that was the all sellers out on the 78.6. Did not touch quite 88.6. And then this is quarterly. We go to monthly. Monthly we have a potential head and shoulder. This is the head, this is the shoulder. So this I'll not go up to this point because this is not close below. So this neckline, sorry, this shoulder line is fine. So I'll keep that head to shoulder, that is fine. And then yeah, this is a morning star kind of, yeah, not good because this close has to be above the 50% of this one, so it is not. So this is monthly. Weekly. Weekly you have seen a turning point here on this one, and this bearish bar did not close below the bullish bar, so that's fine. 2 day chart with signal, we will not go short because there is support here, and we gave a call here and closed the trade somewhere here. So not much on the live cattle. 3, we have to wait for 11,000 to be broken, or 10,450 40 should be hold in future live cattle.
Last one, RR, please.
Last one, Sri is saying RR. Rough rise. I think it is having a short possibility. Alright, so this is rough rise, maximize price. Really. So this is a new product like live cattle 2014. Yearly is nothing. Quarterly is going up but not close above the bearish bar, which is resistance. So this is a resistance 12,111, 113. Quarterly will make it dash dash. We go monthly, the resistance is still there, did not close above, and it's coming down. That's why I said at big post starting that it's possible short. Go to weekly, and weekly bar has closed below this bullish bar. So this is the first impending signal of a downtrend of starting, and we can have a channel from here to here, and it is a crack and snap back on the channel. It closed above the channel and closed below the channel, and it closed above the quarterly line and below the quarterly line. Channel, not channel, horizontal line. So two crack and snap back, one on channel and one on the quarterly line. And then you go to day 2 day, wait for the signal. I think the signal is already there. Yeah, signal is already there, and you were short. Did you take this short, 3?
No, sir, no.
Why not?
I'm just observing. So,
You're observing. All right, so I think with this, if you are not having any other question, thank you for your time. It was a lovely discussion and wonderful questions. So if possible, send the questions previously, so that we can do a better justice. I think we did a good job here. And then thank you, and have a tremendous week ahead. Bye for now. Sri says thank you so much. It was good session. Selvan says thank you, Partha. Vinod says thanks, Partha. And thank you all, and bye for now.